trip to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Ready. Buffalo 18. Trap 50. Ready.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Ball past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
They'll go again with Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
18 Cardinal.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that we're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he's got room. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
One. Hey, check mega. Check hut.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Wait.
Now a play fake. Lance. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of their stride?
Well, they feel like they have to go get matched because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down and third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot in the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Lance now on first down. Past the 20. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. From the gun, it's Lance. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Niners are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1.
Okay, right.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. second down. Here's Davis-Price. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it up to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And they'll go for it. Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Lance now to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that's a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Oh, that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Lance in the 49ers now. 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to go in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now following the safety, they'll have the football with a chance to take the lead as they begin following the free kick with a 1st and 10. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Here we go. 52 blaster. Blue strike.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Okay, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
5, 6. Hey, hold you.
They run over center with Mitchell. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, Lance. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Ready?
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, and then again to Sanders. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Running right, here's Sanders. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Able to find Gray here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Lance now on first down. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On the ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Shotgun now for Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From midfield, here's Lance. And he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Ready.
On fourth down, Lance looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They'll run with Sanders, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bison. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now Sanders. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Off of play action, here's Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Lance. Flushed out right. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming up, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before they hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Alert! Alert! Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
Another run with Sanders. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
Here's Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run with Sanders up and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Ready.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. From the 31, Lance. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st down, Lance forced out to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Row 52. Yellow, blue,
now Lance again. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Last week in that wild card win, only one catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down.
And cycle. Red cycle. Strike 2. Drill 3. Hut.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding Gray on the out route. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Blue black. No red. No pink. Red white.
Here's Lance. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's Javon Kinlaw busting through, and he sticks him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 159 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll run it, Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Carry for Sanders. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Red. Claude Red. Hustle.
Now Lance. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Lance looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try to get the touchdown later.
Here's Lance. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Lance finding Kittle, first down San Francisco.
Obviously this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Ready?
Lance back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Ready.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Ready.
Now Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
Here we go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Lance looks to throw again. This is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
On the ball.
Lance going to try to throw for this. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this one all over with the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Here we go.
You have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Ready.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.